Just moments ago, everything changed. Papa Blue just dropped a bombshell and if what he's saying is true, then the drama inside Chrisean's world has officially hit a boiling point. According to a shocking new update, Chrisean and baby CJ have been kicked out and their personal belongings tossed into storage like yesterday's trash. That's right, no warning, no heads up, no mercy. Sources close to the situation say the decision was swift and cold. And while Papa Blue isn't known for holding back, even fans weren't ready for this level of chaos. He didn't just hint at drama, he confirmed it. And the way he said it, stone cold. Her stuff, it's in storage. It's how we do things. When folks overstay, the internet is losing its mind. Live reactions are pouring in. And behind the scenes, it looks like Chrisean is scrambling to respond. But the real question is, what triggered this sudden eviction? And where do Chrisean and CJ go now? You're not going to believe what's coming next. This didn't happen overnight. The tension between Papa Blue, Chrisean Rock, and the situation surrounding baby CJ has been bubbling beneath the surface for weeks, maybe months. And now it's boiled over into full-blown chaos. To understand how we got here, we need to rewind. The tape when Chrisean gave birth to CJ, the internet lit up. Some were celebrating, others were raising eyebrows. But one thing was clear. Nothing about her situation with Blueface's family was ever stable. The on-again, off-again dynamic between her and Blueface had fans exhausted, and family members especially. Papa Blue started making their opinions public. At first, it was subtle, shady Instagram comments. A few liked tweets throwing low-key shade. Some family business tweets that disappeared after going viral. But over the last few weeks, Papa Blue's attitude shifted from passive-aggressive to straight-up aggressive. He began posting cryptic updates. He hinted that certain people need to go. He complained about messy women bringing drama to the family house. And then last week, he posted this: "Blood or not, if you bring chaos to my home, you're gone. Period." At the time, people thought it was about Chrisean. Now, it's all but confirmed behind the scenes. Insiders say the household had turned into a battlefield, screaming matches, late-night confrontations, arguments about CJ's care, about who's responsible for what and who gets to make decisions. Papa Blue allegedly felt disrespected, claiming Chrisean was treating his house like a crash pad. He reportedly told a friend, "This girl thinks she can run the place just 'cause she had a baby. Nah, not here. Not on my name." And while Blueface himself has been largely silent on the matter still. Behind bars dealing with his own storm, Papa Blue has been stepping into the spotlight, taking control of the narrative. But here's where it gets messier. Sources close to Chrisean say she never expected to be kicked out. She believed she had some form of security, especially with CJ being a blood relative. But according to those around Papa Blue, the decision wasn't sudden. It was planned, calculated, inevitable. One source said he gave her 3 silent warnings. She ignored every one. The storage truck was already scheduled before she even knew what hit her. And hit her, it did. The latest update claims that Chrisean came home to find her belongings boxed up and loaded into a van furniture. Baby clothes, personal items, everything. No discussion, no goodbye. Just a cold, clear message. You're out, even. More shocking. Papa Blue allegedly changed the locks the same night. The entry code, reset, security footage. Archived, CJ's crib. Disassembled and gone. This isn't just a petty family argument anymore. This is a public exile, and the footage is starting to leak. One neighbor even posted a now viral video showing a storage truck outside the house late last night. You can hear loud voices in the background, someone yelling about crossing the line. And another voice, possibly Chrisean, saying, "You can't just throw me out like this. My son lives here too." But it didn't matter. The truck drove off, the lights shut down. And just like that, the door slammed shut on Chrisean and CJ's place in the house. And yet, There's still one question no one can answer. What exactly happened that triggered this sudden move? Some fans think it was about money that Chrisean wasn't contributing and Papa Blue got tired of footing the bill. Others believe it's deeper jealousy, betrayal, and years of family dysfunction finally exploding. But one thing's clear, Papa Blue isn't backing down. And Chrisean, she's gone radio silent. No lives, no tweets, no IG stories. But if history tells us anything, she's not going to stay quiet for long. And when she does speak, she might burn the entire family tree to the ground, just when fans thought this drama couldn't go any deeper. The real story started unraveling. And it was far worse than anyone imagined. Because now, multiple insiders are coming forward with conflicting stories, secret screenshots, and a shocking twist that might flip this entire art narrative upside down. Let's start with the blow-up. According to a leaked DM from someone claiming to be a former friend of Chrisean's assistant, the final argument between Chrisean and Papa Blue wasn't just a loud disagreement, it was a full-on screaming match that had to be broken up by neighbors. Allegedly, Papa Blue accused Chrisean of being disrespectful, ungrateful, and toxic to the household. But what really set him off? The baby monitor? Yes. Seriously, sources claim that Papa Blue was walking through the house late one night when he overheard a FaceTime call coming from CJ's baby monitor. When he checked, he found Chrisean arguing with another man on speakerphone, someone Papa Blue didn't recognize, who was allegedly mocking the household and saying things like, "You don't need them. You running things now?" Papa Blue reportedly snapped. He barged into the room, grabbed the phone, and shouted something along the lines of, "You bringing clowns into my home on my Wi-Fi while my grandson's sleeping. You're done." From that moment on, the decision was made. Within 24 hours, he contacted a local moving company, scheduled a pickup, and told the house staff not to let Chrisean back inside after the weekend. But here's the twist. While the public is reacting to this like a clear-cut eviction, some are saying Chrisean set it all up. A viral TikTok claims that Chrisean has been planning to bounce for weeks, and she let Papa Blue get to this point on purpose. The reason? She allegedly wanted full control of the narrative, and what better way to gain sympathy than being kicked out with her baby? One source even leaked a screenshot of a private group chat where someone using Chrisean's middle name allegedly wrote, "Watch how quick they flip when I go live from the street with CJ, it's up." If that screenshot is real, it changes everything. Was this eviction engineered to play victim? Or is it just a messy, tragic end to an already broken situation? Papa Blue isn't holding back either. He jumped on IG Live this morning and said, "I don't care what she says. Y'all didn't live here. I don't know the things she said to me in front of my grandson. CJ don't need to grow up in chaos. He needs peace." "She ain't bringing that," he continued. "I got love for her, but love don't mean I gotta let her disrespect my house." The live ended with a chilling line. "She played her game. Now I'm playing mine." That line alone sent social media into meltdown. Hashtag Papa Blue trended for over 4 hours, with fans split down the middle. Team Chrisean says she's a single mom doing her best, and Papa Blue overstepped. Team, not a post, not a tweet, not even a quote story, which has people asking why the silence. Some believe she's saving everything for a scripted reality episode. Others say she's preparing legal action. One source even hinted that Chrisean may be filing for emergency custody protections to prevent Papa Blue or Carlisa from even being around. CJ, going forward, that rumor got so big that a fake court document started circulating online, forcing one of Chrisean's alleged team members to publicly say, "Don't believe every screenshot you see." But yes, moves are being made. So now we're at a boiling point. A baby's belongings in storage, a mother in exile, a grandfather declaring war, a grandmother throwing gasoline, and a silent storm building behind Chrisean's quiet phone screen. The question on everyone's mind now isn't what happened. What is Chrisean about to do next? Because every time she goes quiet, she comes back swinging. And if what people are whispering is true, her next move won't just drag Papa Blue. It'll drag the entire family into the spotlight just when fans thought the family feud couldn't get any more explosive. The receipts dropped, a leaked voice note, allegedly recorded during one of the final arguments between Chrisean and Papa Blue, was posted anonymously on a fan blog late last night. And what's heard in that audio changes everything. The clip starts mid-shouting match, with Papa Blue's voice coming through first, clear and angry. "You not gone, keep disrespecting my... How'd you think you famous? You think that baby gives you power over this home? I've been raising kids, you've just got here." Then Chrisean's voice cuts in emotional, defiant. "You ain't never raised CJ. You ain't changed one diaper. Don't act like this some kingdom and you the king." The argument escalates fast. There's cursing, banging, and then this line cold and final from Papa Blue. "Pack your Shasterisk tea. I'm done pretending you family." That voice note went viral instantly. TikTok edits were up within minutes. Reaction channels dropped, breakdowns. Twitter went into meltdown. Even verified celebrities reposted it with stunned captions like, "This ain't family, this is war." Poor CJ, he don't deserve this madness, but it didn't stop there. Right after the clip surfaced, a private burner account, believed to be run by someone close to Chrisean's inner circle, dropped a now-deleted post containing screenshots of a text thread between Blueface and an unknown contact, possibly Papa Blue. The texts are short but brutal. "Why you letting her act like that in your house? She said the baby got her a free pass. Not in my house. Handle it or I will." That final text, "handle it or I will," has fans shook. Was Chrisean's removal orchestrated behind bars by Blueface himself? Some say yes. Others say Papa Blue took matters into his own hands. But the timing is suspicious. That text is dated just one day before Chrisean's belongings were spotted being loaded into storage down. Now fans are calling it the setup. Social media erupted with theories. The hashtag free CJ from the chaos trended for 5 hours straight. Even major gossip blogs are calling this one of the messiest family implosions in modern celebrity culture. But the true escalation came from Chrisean's phone. After days of silence, she finally broke it with a single cryptic Instagram story. A black screen. One sentence in white text. "Keep CJ out ya mouth, or I'm burning it all down." She didn't tag anyone. She didn't follow up. But the timing right after the voice note and text leak said everything. And now? Insiders are revealing that Chrisean has hired legal representation. Real legal heat. A source close to the situation told a Hollywood blogger she's tired of the games. She's working on a legal case for emotional abuse, child protection violations, and is looking into filing restraining orders. If true, this means Papa Blue may be legally blocked from seeing CJ going forward, and Carlisa too, which would be huge. But here's where the story takes a wild turn. Out of nowhere, Chrisean's sister, who's been silent for over a year, jumped onto Facebook with a series of live videos calling Papa Blue out by name. In one clip, she says, "That man been messy since day one. He always been trying to flex control over CJ like he the daddy. Blue in jail and he act like he the boss now." Nah, another clip drops the real bomb. He said CJ ain't even Blue's anyway. That's why he treating him like trash. Wait, what? That claim suggesting Papa Blue doesn't even believe CJ is Blueface's biological son sent the internet into absolute chaos. Fan pages started reposting old clips of Papa Blue's awkward reactions around CJ. People pulled up interviews, freeze-framed reactions, even counted how many times he held the baby on camera. One fan account wrote, this family been faking the love. CJ was never protected. They just needed him for the image. And that theory gained traction fast. So now the situation is this. Papa Blue claims Chrisean disrespected his house and needed to go. Chrisean claims she was never safe or supported Dan that CJ was weaponized against her. Leaked voice notes and texts suggest this was a calculated eviction. Carlisa is throwing gas on the fire. And now Chrisean's sister just implied Papa Blue never believed CJ was Blueface's son in the first place. This is no longer just messy. This is a full-blown family collapse. Being broadcast live, one post at a time, and it's only getting worse. Because tomorrow, Chrisean is rumored to be going live. Not just any live, a full sit-down, hosted by a celebrity podcast that's already teased the episode with a fire emoji and the caption. She's naming names, and it's personal. That happens if Chrisean really unloads Papa Blue's image might never recover. And CJ, he'll go down as the baby caught in the middle of one of the wildest celebrity family wars of the decade. So buckle up, because the next 24 hours are about to get even uglier. By the time the sun rose, the fallout had reached every corner of the internet. This wasn't just a messy family drama anymore, it had become a viral public war. With fans, celebrities, and influencers all picking sides at the center. A baby, a broken family, and a house full of secrets dumped into storage. As soon as the leaked audio and messages began circulating, fans on Twitter, X, TikTok, and Instagram broke into digital factions. Team Chrisean rallied hard. They began trending hashtags like #ProtectCJ, #PapaBlue is canceled, #NotHerStuffInStorageFan. Pages made emotional edits of CJ's baby photos, overlaid with quotes like, "He didn't choose this. Mama's fighting for you. CJ." Some users began comparing Chrisean's treatment to that of other Black celebrity moms, pushed out of family dynamics once the relationship soured. One viral tweet read, "First they used her for clout. Now they acting like she ain't family. Nah, this ain't about rules, this about control." But Team Papa Blue wasn't silent either. Supporters defended his actions, calling him an old-school man protecting his household from chaos. They echoed his words from the IG Live, saying, "You bring peace or you bounce." One viral comment said, "He ain't wrong. That girl been wildin'? He gave her a roof and she spit on it." This debate spilled into the podcast world, with YouTubers and gossip shows dissecting every frame of the leaked videos and every quote Papa Blue or Chrisean's sister dropped. Then came the celebrities. Saucy Santana commented, "Not the storage truck," on a Shade Room post. Tamar Braxton went live and said, "I don't know what's going on in that house." But when a baby's involved, it's no longer just personal, it's public. That child deserves peace. Nick Cannon, surprisingly, weighed in. That memo shook things up. 'Cause now the story isn't just messy, it's litigated. Rumors are swirling that Chrisean may be planning to file for full legal custody, barring not only Papa Blue, but Carlisa too, a move that could escalate this to court-level drama. And what did Carlisa do in response? She went live again, of course. And this time she dragged everyone. They trying to make me the villain, but forgot who the real one is. That girl never respected my son, never respected this family, and now she want to act like she a victim. Please, she lucky she even made it through the front door. The comments were brutal. Why is Carlisa always in it? Can someone call CPS before this turns into a Netflix doc? I feel bad for CJ. That's it. That's the post. And then, like clockwork, Papa Blue returned to Instagram, posting a picture of the now empty guest room. The caption, "Peace restored." That one post ignited the fire all over again. Thousands of comments flooded in, some praising him for finally setting boundaries, others ripping him apart for bragging about evicting a woman and her baby. Even news outlets have picked up the story. TMZ posted a piece titled, "Chrisean Rock Evicted. Papa Blue's storage move sparks internet outrage." Hollywood Unlocks headline, CJ's crib in a U-Haul. Papa Blue under fire for family fallout. And then, without warning, Chrisean posted again. A single photo. Her and CJ sitting in a hotel room. Caption, "You thought you broke me. You freed me." The comment section erupted. Support poured in. Anger flared. Lines were drawn. Because now, this isn't about eviction. This is about image, legacy, and war. And Friday's rumored sit-down, if it really drops, everything Papa Blue tried to contain might explode right back in his face, just when the dust started to settle. The betrayal hit. A voice note leaked late last night, allegedly from a member of Papa Blue's own circle, and it changed the entire story in the clip. A woman believed to be a longtime family friend can be heard whispering, "You know, he only did it 'cause Blue called from inside, told him, get her out before she messes everything up while I'm gone," and Papa Blue. He didn't even hesitate. Wait, what? All this time, fans believed Papa Blue made the call out of anger, out of frustration, or just to protect his house. But this changes everything. If the clip is real, and it sure sounds like it, then this whole eviction was orchestrated by Blueface himself from jail. The woman continues, "They knew she'd react. They wanted her to. They wanted her to go off so they could use it against her, so they could make her look unstable again." That single line sent shockwaves through social media. This was a setup started trending within an hour. Hashtag #FreeCJ Hashtag Justice for Chris EAN. Hashtag Papa Blue exposed. Fans reposted every clip, every quote, every IG live Papa Blue ever did, and now saw them through an entirely different lens. One user tweeted, "So she wasn't crazy. She was targeted." Another wrote, "They using that baby as a pawn while trying to assassinate her character. Unforgivable." Meanwhile, the burner accounts and DMIs kept flowing. Screenshots allegedly show Carlisa bragging in a private group chat. "Told y'all? She wouldn't last. Took one call and boomed out of here." And that's not all. A second voice note dropped, this time supposedly from Chrisean herself, sent to a close friend. "She's crying, exhausted, but clear. They all turned on me. They plotted while I was feeding his son, while I was waking up every 2 hours to change diapers. He called from jail and gave the order. And his daddy followed it like a soldier." The internet exploded. Even people who previously doubted her started flipping sides. Public figures began weighing in. Activists, influencers, and child welfare advocates are now calling for an investigation. With one lawyer tweeting, "If Blueface orchestrated this from inside, and it caused Chrisean and CJ to be displaced without warning, there are legal consequences." This is emotional abuse. And as the backlash built, Papa Blue deleted his last 3 posts, including the piece restored caption, "Too late, screenshots are everywhere, receipts are saved." The damage is done, but here's the real kicker. Sources now claim that Chrisean is preparing her own documentary, separate from any network, any podcast, and any reality deal. She's reportedly bringing in her own film crew, covering the eviction, the betrayal, the silence, and her full side of the story in raw, unfiltered detail. The title floating around, "Unbothered, My Truth, My Baby, My War," and the trailer. Expected to drop this weekend, but that's not the end. Because a final tweet from Chrisean's backup account just went up minutes ago. He thought jail meant he could pull strings. But what happens when I cut them? No tag, no name, no explanation. But everyone knows exactly who she's talking about. And now, this isn't just Chrisean versus Papa Blue. This is Chrisean versus the entire family unit, with a court of public opinion ready to hand down its verdict. And the next chapter, it's coming fast. So now you've seen it. The betrayal, the backroom orders, it's a baby caught in the middle. This isn't just petty drama anymore. This is a war for narrative, power, and protection. with CJ's future hanging in the balance. Papa Blue made it look like he was just setting boundaries. Kea. But now we know it was a calculated move, possibly ordered straight from behind bars and Chrisean. Kea. She's not falling apart, she's loading up a docu-series. Legal action. A side of the story we've never heard before. She's coming with names, dates, and receipts. But before that truth drops, we want to hear from you. Sound off in the comments. Was Chrisean set up from the beginning? Should Papa Blue be held accountable for putting CJ in the middle? And who's really behind this, Papa Blue or Blueface? Pulling strings from jail. Smash that like button if you're riding with the truth. Hit subscribe if you're done watching women get thrown out like trash while everyone else stays silent. Turn on notifications because this story is just heating up. And when Chrisean's documentary hits, we'll be right here breaking every frame, every voice note, and every lie that's finally exposed. Because this isn't just a family fallout. It's a warning. The people you trust with your child might be the same ones planning your downfall. Stay loud, stay locked. Never stop watching. CJ deserves better. And Chrisean's about to make sure he gets it. See you in the next chapter.